read to the fourth graders at North Mianus School for National Reading Week. The book I'm going to read to you is very appropriate for today because it really started around the time that this man started playing for the New York Yankees. Anybody here ever hear of Lou Gehrig? We try to pick a book that could bring the experiences of the past up to today. We did the book on Lou Gehrig and how he never missed a day of school and how that translated into his good work ethic and setting a consecutive games played record. And I think the kids really drew upon that. 1927, Lou's teammate, Babe Ruth, hit 60 home runs, the most up to that time in one season. But it was Lou Gehrig who was selected that year by the baseball writers as the American League's most valuable player. He was selected again as the league's MVP in 1936. And that's the old Yankee Stadium, the picture of Lou, or painting of Lou, and that's Lou and the Babe. He worked hard during the winter of 1938, and he watched his diet. He watched everything he ate. But the following spring, Lou's playing was worse. Time after time, he swung at the ball and missed. He had trouble fielding. In the clubhouse, he fell down while he was getting dressed. What I said about the muscles, they just don't work anymore. And that's what the newspapers were saying. They didn't know that he had this terrible disease. And they were all asking the question, what's the matter with Lou Gehrig? But Lou Gehrig wasn't selfish. On May 2nd, 1939, he told manager Joe McCarthy, "I'm benching myself for the good of the team." When time came for Lou to thank everybody, he was too moved to speak. But the fans wanted to hear him and chanted, "We want Gehrig. We want Gehrig." And that's an artist's rendering of the old Yankee Stadium. And that's Lou at the microphone. Dressed in his Yankee uniform, Lou Gehrig walked slowly to the array of microphones. He wiped his eyes, and with his baseball cap in his hand, his head down, he slowly spoke. Fans, for the past 2 weeks you've been reading that about a bad break that I may have gotten. Yet today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. I think it's important to get them subjects that they know about, that they can relate to, and I think it makes reading more fun that way, and this way they'll get in the habit of reading and always looking forward to it rather than trying to avoid doing it. And they responded well, and I think that's something that it's pretty universal in any town.